Welcome to another episode of Project Zomboid. It's episode 30. 6 months later, we've been following Kevin's story. He's a thief. It's been a slow burn, you guys. Today we are headed to the uppermost region of Newberry. It's where the map ends. There's a ton of unfinished homes there. I've already been there. I've done a lot of damage there, but I'm hoping to find more lumber and whatnot so we can continue building our safe house. And speaking of building, we've continued building up our safe house in the days prior to this, which I'm going to show you while we are driving. So enjoy, you guys, and I'll see you on the other side. Things I want to also do is make our lives a bit more safer by dismantling some of the car wrecks, like this right here in our immediate area. As those of you know, even though I am a superb driver, things sometimes have a way of placing themselves in between where I am and where I need to be. So any car wrecks, kind of like these right here, that could potentially hurt me, I'm going to dismantle. Plus it will yield or metal sheets which we can then use to fortify our location eventually. Plus it helps with metalworking, so it's kind of like a win-win situation. Now, I don't think I'm going to run into a lot of zombies in this area. Although, you know, like the last episode, I was a bit surprised. Go ahead and dismantle this one too. I was a bit surprised about it. I was shocked that there were as many as there are, considering that, you know, I've got it to where the spawn rate is turned off. But what I've been told, or what I've heard, is that in addition to the zombies that you see, there are other zombies. I'll pick that up later on. What do I have? Yeah, I got plenty of this stuff. The zombies you see, and then zombies you don't see. And why isn't this thing starting up? You would think it would start up fairly quickly. Let's eat something. All right. 89 pounds. I'm going down still. Still a fatty, but not by much. All right, now up here in the car wreck. Let's go ahead and dismantle that as well. I'll just leave it on. Just do this really super quickly. 3 less car wrecks that I could jam myself up in. That feels good, man. Feels good. It's been kind of a quiet existence up here. Relatively speaking, of course. Now, I'm not sure. I know what you can do with the metal sheets. I'm not sure what you can do with the metal bars. I know I need a welding hose. Don't know if I have one. And, there's a few right there. We'll just take them out as they come. Oh, there's a few of them. Actually, kind of surprising. Here we go. Come on with me. Let's see what we have. A hearing aid. Don't need. Empty notebook I could take, but I'm not going to. And we will just continue on. because of the amount of zombies and the last things, I really want to pull them out of the road, but I'm not going to do that because if I do, it'll make me want to... Yeah, see, this is the end of the line right here. It would make me want to cut it out. I'll just do that in my off time when I'm not recording. Whoop, just about hit a tree. See, that's what I'm talking about. Things just jump out at me. Right. I think these are like kind of like unfinished subdivisions. Like before the zombie apocalypse, it was... They were building, and this is what we got. Be right up here. Be nice and slow. Try to straddle that corpse. Here we go. Here's the first building. As you can see, these are like unfinished houses. Unfinished houses. See if anybody comes out. Because of the last episode with them coming out of the woodwork, I just want to make sure that I'm going to be all right. And plus, it's always a good thing to get rid of a few zombies. Yeah, I hear them. See where they are. There's one right there. There's two. She's a gun. Nice. Ah, gotta get some distance here. Here we are. Shoot. There we go. There we go. Nice shot, Drunk. I mean, considering that I have like, I don't even have a level 1 in shooting. Pretty good. Nice. Ah. All right. Should be able to one-shot this guy. Yeah, there we go. Because I shot him in the face already. Duffel bag. Take. All right, let's just see. If I remember right, there were quite a bit of... Oh, there's another one. I'll go back to my screwdriver. Don't want to wear out my axe too much. Want to save that for special occasions. There's one up there. Maybe I'll run up there. A crawler. Yeah, so there are very few in this area. They might have migrated south. That might actually be the ones that were that I saw. They were trying to get their way across the river. Okay. Sure there's nothing coming. There isn't. Let's go ahead and look. Nothing. I wish I could pick up the things that were on the ground. Ooh, I think I saw somebody. I did. Probably coming in from the sounds. A little bit late. I wish I could pick up those things off the ground. I haven't figured out how to do that. Or even if it's possible, but you would think that it would be possible. These lumber stacks and whatnot that are kind of in-game. Nothing there. Okay, we'll go to the next one. There's another one. And I got a skill point. Let's see what we got it in. Nimble. Nice. All right, search these over here. I would think I'd be able to pick those up. It just didn't give me the option. When I roll over them. Multi-tool. Nothing. I thought that there would be more than what we're actually getting. I don't know why I thought that. It's in here. Check this magazine, reload up. There we go. Now we're looking at this thing. Small gas can tank. Yeah, it's not that great. Really wish I had brought a wrench. I actually thought I brought it. Poor planning, you know. You enter these areas and you think that you will be done with them. That's the plan, at least. Like, you just loot everything, you never have to return again. It's never the way it goes. It's never the way it goes. You think, okay, I'll go to this area one last time, and pick up everything I need and never return to it again. Only to realize that down the road that there is something else that may or may not be useful, that may or may not even be there. But in this case, I'm visualizing car parts in the future for this area at least. That's what I'm thinking. But you never know, and the problem really is the length of time between visits. You know that saying, distance equals depth. Kind of softens up your memories. For example, I thought that this run would yield a lot more building supplies. And I get it. I know exactly the reason why. Now I'm looking at it with a big fat zero in that arena at least. But I saw all those building supplies, all those crates, and I was thinking, well, maybe there was something that I might have missed. Let's go ahead and lighten my load. Not as much as I thought there would be. It's pretty disappointing. And I would give my kingdom for a wrench at this point. But the softening of these kind of memories can be pretty dangerous as well, at least for me. I have memories of New Denver, for instance. Hell, I could revisit them, rewatch these videos since they're public domain at this point. But as time passes, it does not matter what happens. There's another area. Let's honk this horn and see if there's... Yeah, here comes somebody right now. Yeah, so it doesn't really even matter talking about distance equals depth, because New Denver seems like a more plausible option. Let me load it up now. Can I shoot her? There we go. Make as much noise as I can. Maybe I'll bring out a few more. There really aren't that many. I know that Geronimo was talking about how it's kind of dangerous to honk the horn and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to awaken a horde I can't handle at this point. Not in this area. Yeah, that distance equals depth. It's like I forget that I escaped with my life in New Denver just a few episodes back. It's kind of like minimizing the zombie threat. Like you see a 20 plus horde of zombies and think it's doable without factoring in things like stamina and zombie speed. Before you know it, you're either scratched or you're zombie food. My early days when I was first starting out with this, I would get myself in a jam all the time. I've gotten a little bit more careful in my old age here. I wonder what Box of Balloons does. I keep seeing them. There's another guy over here. I can get my aiming on when there's so few. There we go. Another one. Come on. There we are. That was a 2-hit. Maybe I can stomp on him now and finish him off. That's primarily why I think I'm going to avoid New Denver for now, at any rate. That was my rant. And set my sights on Roseberry. I took a look at the map, and there's like a service road that bypasses New Denver that I kind of missed. It's like a dirt road, so I suspect I'll have to clear the road of trees. But if I do, I'll have a straight shot to Roseberry without having to go into New Denver proper. And in Roseberry, there's a gas station that's on the southernmost tip. So while there may be a bunch to clear out, zombie-wise, the chances are good it's doable. That's what I'm thinking. If anybody's here. Yoo-hoo! Dinner bell's ringing. See what's in here. Super glue we can always use. I'm going to hold on to that axe as long as I can. Although I did get a good tip from one of you guys in relation to chopping wood. I didn't know this, but then again, I don't really like look into, I guess, the minutia of skill building. But apparently when you chop trees, you don't increase your stamina as much, you know, when you use the automatic chop trees, which is faster. But you don't up your strength and stamina as quickly as if you just do it manually. I didn't know that. Thanks, I can't remember who gave me that tip, but that's a good tip. It's hard for me to believe, to be honest, but because, you know, you do wear yourself down even when you're doing the, you know, you're chopping trees. On, anybody else here? Not on manual. I don't even know how to say that. So that's what we're probably going to be doing in the next episode. We're going to be heading down to Roseberry. I did on the map also found a few places that I might have missed on my way down here. There's a couple small dirt roads that lead to homes in the woods and whatnot that we might try to check out as well. But the ultimate goal is to get to Roseberry. And I'm thinking, plus, as long as I don't drive through town and cause zombie movement to happen, I can keep that area relatively quiet population-wise once I minimize the population. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that would be perhaps the... as long as I don't drive through town. Because what I've noticed is when you drive, that's when the migrations really start to take hold, especially when you have hundreds. And I guarantee you that in Roseberry is probably just as bad as New Denver, if not worse. Of course, this is just me surmising. I won't know how overrun it is until I get there. It might be pie in the sky stuff, kind of like when I was trying to put a generator. I think I actually did put the generator up in New Denver's gas station, thinking that I was actually going to be able to pull gas from that area. Stupid. But I do need to establish a renewable resource. Kevin here wants to have a generator working at his home. It just makes sense. All right, we just have a couple more places and then we're done. Yeah, there should just be this area. And there's a little area to the branches off to the right of us, or to the left we're facing. I think that there are 2 trucks there too, and man, I cannot believe I left my wrench. Because I think it's the exact same model, and I think that they're in pretty good condition. I don't have a lug wrench just yet. I think I have a jack, but I'll have to check. I might not have a jack. Now there is, on the way to Roseberry, there is a big car parts place. I mean, a huge one, like a warehouse, that we'll definitely have to check out. And if I ever lose, like this, if this battery ever goes dead, I do have a battery in the car parts area. There, see, there we go. Go in here and see about this too. Pretty empty. Thank you, extremely rare loot. Box of nails. How'd I miss that? It's a small things. It's always the small things. Whoa. What the hell? Those come out of the window? Or was that upstairs? It's alright. We'll just a couple of them. Didn't honk my horn for them. Some ammo? Can always use more ammo. Now, I think the prison is in Roseberry too, but we won't be visiting that anytime soon. Not unless I want to... It's a death sentence, you know? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I don't think I searched these houses. Because I was just assuming they were empty. Looks pretty empty. around here. It's just crazy that I cannot pick up those building supplies. Maybe I can. And I just don't know how. I don't know. I mean, it's, you would think there's a pallet of logs. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but one of the things with hydrocraft for foraging, you know, when you start foraging, you start to get all sorts of like fern leaves and I think it's yubos and things like that. And I was always like wondering, other than making a forest bed, which is kind of like a makeshift tent, what good are those things? Because you get a lot more of those things than you get anything else. And what I learned is you can take these yubos and turn them into branches. And then if you have a hunting knife or a what do you call it? A jackknife. Look at those cars. Pallet of steel pipes. What can I do with them? It's just going to tell me to unpack them. No. Just hold on. Go ahead and take them, just in case. But what I've learned that you can do with it is you can turn them into branches, and then you can take the branches and turn those into bark strips. And then you can take the bark strips and turn them into thin rope. And you can take the thin rope, once you get more thin rope, and turn those into actual rope. And then when you have pallets, when you have enough logs or lumber, you can turn those into pallets. And pallets are really easy, make them really easy to move around because it lowers the weight quite significantly. I think 12 planks comes out to like I think it reduces the weight by at least half. So it makes carrying, you know, a bunch of lumber and logs a lot easier. More nails, okay. Right. Yeah, we will be returning back here. I do want to tear down these trucks. Check it out. I've already looked at them, I just don't remember. Yeah. We'll definitely be coming back here. Wonder what the trunk looks like. Yeah, not as good as my truck. My truck has 120. What about this one? Yeah, neither one of those are very good in terms of... but they do have a lot of salvageable parts. But plus, you know, when I uninstall stuff and install stuff, it always will bring up my mechanical skill. At this point, it's not that important because I can hotwire cars, and that's pretty much what I was kind of aiming to do. All right, that's it. 1910. We're just going to head home. Yeah, I'll definitely come back. We have a performance muffler we can actually pull off. But not until we find a lug wrench. I don't think we can do anything until we find a lug wrench for our jack. All right, so we're going to head back home, and I will see you on the other side. January, February, March, April. So it's in the middle of April right now. So what do they say? April showers bring May flowers. It's a perfect time to farm. This little area right here, I'm going to build like a little farm. I have some seeds, some cabbages, and carrots and whatnot, as well as some mystery seed packs, which I don't think I can use until I have I've gone up in farming. Let's see, we'll go ahead and dig this area out. Put one right here, one right there, one right there. Just like so. So eventually the plan will be, probably the next episode or two, I'm going to head down to Roseberry and get that generator that I've been wanting started for renewable gas. Maybe find another generator to power this up. Maybe get a popsicle freezer, so that way when my crops are ready, I'll be ready for it. I'm gonna be able to freeze stuff. Maybe get some trapping going. Finally, everything's kind of slowing down a little bit now that the zombie threat is all but eliminated, at least in this area. I think I'm gonna stop here, you guys. My name's Drunkonlife. You can call me Drunk for short. I do Project Zomboid videos and other survival and simulation games. You can catch me on Twitch if you'd like. It's twitch.tv/Drunkonlife. You can also, if you do Twitter, you can always follow me there as well. That's twitter.com/DrunkonLife. You can just do a search for Drunkonlife, and I imagine you'll find me. I also do a Project Zomboid multiplayer server as well on my Discord. You're invited. You can go to my About page of this channel, and you'll find a link that will take you straight there. We have a great bunch of guys. No trolls up to this point, which is good. I think it has a lot to do with the maturity of those that are playing the game with me. And of course, you can always subscribe to this channel. I do Project Zomboid videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I probably won't be doing them in a couple weeks. I'm going to Destin, Florida to sit on a balcony, have a drink, and look at the ocean. But at any rate, I appreciate you guys hanging with me. And I will see you on the next episode. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.